Hello everybody, welcome back. As you can see, we are back in our little village today. All those rocks have gone and we now have a stone wall on either side of the canal, which I think looks better. Got a couple of plants. I've still got a lot to do here and I haven't got much time. But let's see if I manage. So, flashlight off, hopefully. So we've got more plants, a couple of lights. We still haven't done much. I haven't put the extra bread here by the bakery yet. Well, by the, what do we call him? The grocer. There we go. Because we've got everything at the grocer. Lots of stuff has been added. Plates on the wall, boxes. The shelves are now full with all kinds of stuff, which I think looks pretty good. And a general selection of what you can find here for your house. So we've got not only the bits and pieces to do the cooking, but the things to cook it with as well. And then through here, we have our grocer's office, as you might like, or just like place to rest, put their feet up and chill. And they haven't really got much place. They haven't got shelves yet, so they haven't got much place to put their stock. So it's just stuck in the corner there with a broom and a bucket. But I think that's looking good. Upstairs, not much has happened. But if we pop out this door, we've got that little house over there. We have our fashionista over here with all our new and exciting things displayed in the windows. We've got all the good stuff here. So on the counter here, we've got perfumes behind, jewelry, some really cool clothes, shoes, bags, and on this side, sort of just a general overview of what you might find in the store, somewhere to sit, relax, and of course shoes on the back wall because, you know, and we've got some benches to sit down on and relax. This is our fashion store. Nice chunky black shoes here, and some nice chunky black boots too. And next to us, we have possibly a boarding house of some description. I'm thinking of having little rooms, not as small as the hostel, where people who come to town to experience the place stay for a night or two. And then a few things have been added in the meantime, and it might give you a bit more of an idea of what I've been doing here and what I've based this build on. So if we go in here, this is the mart, and yes, Pokemart. These are all the potions that you will experience. And I've tried to keep them as close to what I could find. So we've got all the large bottles here. And of course, I couldn't quite make pyramids, but that'll do as far as I'm concerned. And place to sit. Some vending machines and your our nine tails up there. And then here's all, well, as close as I could get to what my thought process was. And then all the little bottles of the big bottles over there. So if you don't quite have the money for the big stuff, you can take a small bottle with you. And you can see this light reflects everywhere. I've used the LEDs and it reflects everywhere in this bowl. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. So if we go further down here, here's our pottery studio. We have the kiln, which is fine, but I think it's raku that creates these beautiful textures and finishes. And you can't get that in a standard kiln. You gotta bury it with bits and bobs and herbs and flowers and animal hair and all kinds of things to create. And I know you can use sugar and you can use salt and all kinds of things. So what I've done over here, I've built pits where once you've actually thrown your pot, you can bring it over here. You can bake it to a certain stage, I think, yes. And then you throw it in here to glaze it. So there's that. And that's where all that good stuff came from. And then, of course, very, very simple little shop. And as you can see, all these pots are waiting to be glazed in whatever glaze or in whatever fashion you want to do. And we've got a whole lot of stuff waiting for sale. This is our lodging house. So let's take a walk around and go down the main road. Oh, we got popcorn. Just in case you want a snack. We've got our lodging house, which isn't complete yet either. It will eventually happen, but there's our karaoke, all the keys are here, and I have completed one small room. And again, I have referenced certain items that people might recognize in the room. We have a tiny little bathroom here, but enough to do the job. Single bed, I don't know about that. That might change. But there's that. And then there will be an upstairs as well. And then, of course, this. So this is the center. And that's the light that is shining absolutely everywhere in the town. Okay. These are just tables that you can sit and relax, not completed. There is a campfire over there because, again, in the original game, a lot of outdoor camping was done. But if the weather's not so hot and you really want a soft bed, you can stay at the lodge. And then we have a little market that's not complete yet. Again, lots to do. But we have an ice cream store. And then we have, what are these things called again? That. Mango katachi. That is without the glaze. That is with the glaze. We've got the pot over there with the glazes on it. And then our ice creams. If you want ice creams. We have yakitori katachi, which hasn't got any banners or anything here yet. We've got our ramen because, yes, everybody has to have ramen. We've got the woks over there, got the noodle pot here, so everything is going well. We have our sushi place here, and we've got our onigiris. We've got a little place here for people to sit if they want to eat. And then we've got all the different sushis. And we must have someone here who knows what they're doing to cut up the fish for the sushi. So that's our little place at the moment. But today, I'm going to come in and finish specifics later on, but I think it's looking pretty good. This is pretty much a rice paddy, if you look at it. You could consider that growing rice in the field. So I looked up houses that were built around and along the rice paddies, and I thought that was pretty cool to have made. I just can't thatch it very well, but it's not bad, and he can walk right out of his house and into the paddy field. Now I do want to build a storage shed, and because there is a back entrance here, I am probably, well, there's no door yet, I'm probably going to build a storage shed, or at least 1 or 2 storage sheds over here. So let's first of all get my little design up, and then we need some things. Okay, we're going to need that. We're going to throw that down somewhere. Now, what I'm looking for is that. Have you noticed this has now arrived in the totally different section of the whole game? It used to be under floor decor, then it was under wall decor, now it's under this decor. So, I mean, it's under building materials, which is a little confusing, but I'm not going to argue with it because, hey, let's not. And then I'm going to pretty much do the same thing with this. Now, I think 2 storage sheds would be a good idea, so I'm going to build one right here. And then another one just next to it if I have a moment to do so. I'm not sure how big these sheds should be, but I'm thinking about 3.5, about that size. They don't look huge, but then again, you never quite know from reference photos what you're looking at. So you might as well just go with what you can find. I suppose I should check and see if I've got it in the right place before I do that. No, you see. I was in 2 minds about actually just doing another job today, and then I was like, the thing's due pretty soon, so let me just get it done. So yeah, there's that. Right, then I'm going to have almost like quite steep stairs leading up to this. It's raised off the ground, so damp doesn't get into it. Vermin are distracted, I presume. So we're just gonna go with the flow. And it's just something fun. Yeah, the wood is definitely not following the right direction, and it is what it is. There's only so much I can control. Alright, I am on Snap to Good. So I want to try and put this in here. This is going to take a while, so I'll put it in and you guys can watch me put it in briefly. How's that sound? And then we can get on to the next thing. My imagination was that there a new line there. So I know there was an update, which is quite interesting. So you can actually place it in the right place for a change, and it's not all over the place. I quite like that idea of it. It almost looks like it's keeping air circulating through the floor, if you know what I mean. It's keeping whatever's stored in here cool. Interesting base. That will keep for later. because then I want to put a door there, and then we can figure out what else we're doing. Oh, that works. Look at that. So we want the door to open in. That's not going to work. It's too dark. That's better. That's even better. Oh, yes. Perfect. Okay, that's a good start for a storage shed. Let's see if I can get the stairs to do this, what I want. Oh, it's like a ladder going up. There we go. Alright, here comes the fun stuff. I am going to have to put the roof on. I don't want this roof though. Wrong that we don't have the Japanese roof. Now over here we've got them. This is what I want to use. That is just perfect, isn't it? It actually does almost look like a corrugated iron roof, doesn't it? That is very cool. Okay, maybe we just use that on that. Let's see what that looks like. I can do that. Yes. Why did I say yes and it didn't work? I hate when that happens. There we go. Now we've just got to build the wall. I will definitely spend some time getting the roof done properly. But this is just a brief idea of what we're looking at. I think it's cool as a storage shed. I wish I had like bales of something that I could put here, but I don't. Cute little shed for storage. And dang it. Of course. I forgot all the other bits and bobs, didn't I? It'll look good on the outside. And it saves doing a double. That ladder wood is very red, isn't it? I think it needs to be not so red. Let's just find the ladder. Oh, look at that. Definitely. It's a bit distracting. Pretty much the only thing we are going to be able to use it. This little fellow. Now, can I please borrow you? No, I've got... That's not exactly even. I must fix the roof, but that's fine. We'll consider that the center point. I think this door frame should be that one. we'll resolve the issues at a later stage. I think that's pretty cute. There's a little storage shed. And then we have a bit something solid behind the stalls here. I think I'm going to duplicate that and put another one here. And then we've got the 2 storage sheds next to the house here. And then I want to build another little housey in front here. Sure, lots to do. Not much time to do it in. But we'll get there. I would like something at the end of the road there. But there's going to be a house here. So we need to link a path up, I think, from here. Do I put another house there and bring the path there? Because we've got a little alleyway here. So we can make this path a little bit bigger. About there. And yeah, I've got to do a bazillion lights as well. Okay, over here I've got the wide path bits. Let's put the wide path bits on here. There you go. Might not be wide enough. Should be fine. Can probably put another one of these. Ooh. Pop another 1 or 2 of these tables here at the end of this. And then we can consider this the end of the path over here. I do need to change the color on the benches here. Then you've got like a little eating area around the corner here. That'll work. Then I've got to build up a lot of greenery. White gold leaf. I love the texture of this gold leaf, but it's not so shiny. I like that. So you can clean up once you've been eating and throw all your stuff away. Yeah, I think that'll work. Then, as I say, this is going to have to be more forest area than anything. I was looking for I found a big rock to put there, but I was looking for little rocks to sit on. They always look so big, don't they? Yeah, that'll work. And sit around the fire. And I haven't got much water. Can you believe it? I can't believe it either. Can we get through these benches? Yes, we can. Okay. Now, the only thing I haven't completed in here that I have changed since we last looked, I put maps on the walls. That's a map of the world, but I mean, I have put maps on the walls. and I have changed this because it was bamboo and it's supposed to be an escalator. So I thought, no, I just haven't finished the top here. You can see I'm messing with it at the moment. But do you see what I mean about the light? It reflects in absolutely everything. And I've changed these. So instead of my weird copying and pasting of the machine that was there, which is one of the vending machines, we're now using the karaoke machine instead as the computer, which I thought was pretty cool. That wasn't my suggestion. So I was showing this to somebody and they were like, hey, what about the karaoke machine? I was like, okay, I can do that. That works for me. So it did. There's that. Whee! I just fell down there, didn't I? Now this is from, I think it was Fire, which was a game that came out a long time ago. And I was looking online for screenshots of the game and they were pixelated. So this was built from pixelated shots. So, yeah. So was this. And we peer in the window. This was pixelated shots. So let me know if you got it, because I'd be happy if you did. And this still has to be built further, but there has to be another few little shops. But guys, after this little sneak peek, I am going to leave you for the weekend. Let me know what you think. It's coming close, so I don't know how much of your feedback I can get into this, but let's see how I do. If I don't get anywhere, that's okay. If I get somewhere, that'll be awesome too. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.